Sharon. I have been a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator for over 21 years. I love teaching people how to use our products, how to make your stamping life easier. And today I'm going to be stamping a new product from the Occasions catalog. It's a gorgeous card. I hope that you enjoy it. If you've not already subscribed to my channel, you can do so below. After you subscribe, you can hit that little bell and you'll be notified the next time I upload a video. Let's make some cards. This is the card that we're making today. I think it's very pretty, very elegant. It's coming from the wonderful romance stamp set that is from the Occasions catalog. And it comes as a bundle, which I prefer because I love all the framelits to cut out all these images and everything. It does sell for $51.25, but that saves you 10%. So if you think you might want to cut these out with framelits, I suggest getting the bundle at once. During January through March, if you're watching this video, you could get a free celebration item because this qualifies being over $50. I'm going to be using the Floral Romance Specialty Designer Series paper today. And since I've already been playing with it, I have already cut some strips off. So this is, the paper comes 12 by 12. So just ignore the fact. Plus you might be able to see it a little bit better anyway on the video. This is a vellum and there are 3 sheets for every pattern. This is the pattern we're using today. I love the vellum. It's just gorgeous. Okay, so here's another pattern, and that's the other side of it. Again, there are 3 sheets. You know, looking at the catalog or online, sometimes it just doesn't do it justice. On this side is a wood grain, so you could use this even for a masculine card if you wanted to. But again, there's 3 sheets of that as well. The colors that we're using today are part of these colors over here, but actually we're just going to be using the fresh fig on our card. The other colors that go with the paper are Pear Pizzazz or Old Olive. I'm going to be using Pear Pizzazz. Here is the stamp set, Wonderful Romance, and here are the framelits. There's a ton of them, okay? We'll be using those. We're going to bring our card back in. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to adhere the vellum to our card front. My card base is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4 and folded. I like to use a bone folder to give it a good crisp fold. I'm going to take my little sponge that I saved just for things like this. I love, love, love our little silicone sheets. I wish they came bigger sometimes because sometimes I make a mess. I'm going to be using the multi-purpose glue. I'm going to put a little bit right there. And then I'm going to pick up the glue and I'm going to kind of mush it around a little bit. I don't want big globs. I especially want to make sure I get the edges. When you do it like this, you can't see the adhesive through the vellum, which has been a problem in the past. You're like, oh, I can see exactly if I put snail or a glue dot. This way, you don't have to worry. And now this will just lay right on here. So pretty. And you can't see my adhesive. Love it. Next, we're going to be stamping our leaves. This is a cling mount stamp set, and what that means is it is new stamps. The labels are very sticky. These will allow them to stick to your blocks without falling off. Love it. Let's see, we want this sentiment on here. And then we want this on here. And let's see, what other ones did I use? Okay, that's all I stamped with. We're going to be using this little dot. We're going to be using Pear Pizzazz ink, or you could use Old Olive if you want to. And we're just going to stamp our leaves. The size of my paper does not matter because, actually I want 2 of those, because I'll be cutting these out. So technically this is a scrap. You could use anything you have in your craft room. We're going to just do one of those. And then we're going to cut those out with the framelets. While we're stamping, we're going to use fresh fig. And we're going to stamp some flowers. I want 3 of them. And then we're going to cut those out with the framelets. I'm going to be stamping my sentiment, and this is just a scrap of what I have. It's kind of a big scrap, but it's going to be going inside of this oval. So you want to make sure that you don't stamp too close to the edge. And you know, you could just kind of eyeball it right there. So I'm just going to stamp up here in this area so that I have plenty of room to cut it out. And now we're going to cut everything out. We have everything all cut out to start assembly. We're going to go ahead and take some snail and put it on the back of our sentiment layer. We'll pick up the leaves. Whoops, one little Chad didn't pop out there. And we're just going to adhere the leaves to, maybe go down just a little bit, the top of our circle or our oval and the bottom. Okay, next we're going to take these little pieces and we're just going to kind of poke them in. Sticking it to the back. We're going to take this one and we're going to do the same thing. I don't know, I just thought it was fun to stick it through those little slots. And then on this one, we'll take and add it to this side. Okay, we have our piece all done. We are going to add some dimensionals to the back, and that will help hold these little twigs that are just tucked underneath there, as well as our larger leaves. We're going to add this to our card. Oh, I think it's just so pretty. Now to add our flowers, I found that it's just a lot easier to add those on with some mini glue dots. And we're going to put one right there. And one over here. And one down here. Just the prettiest little delicate card, and I think it's because of that vellum. I sure hope y'all love this card. I think it's very elegant, and like I said, I think it's because of that vellum. If I can help you with any of your Stampin' Up! Needs, I'd be more than honored to do so. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to spend it with me. Happy stamping, y'all!